Hey everyone, I'm Armor Gaming, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to Monster Legends. The Earth El Colosal breeding event is finally here. For those of you that are new to this event, it is a breeding event that lasts for 24 hours. In this event, you can pretty much breed any single legendary Earth monster that you want, with the exception of the War Masters and the Forsakens. But pretty much any other Earth monster is fair game. The only condition to this breeding event is that you have 24 hours to breed the monster you want to breed. And along with the Earth breeding event, there's also a lot of other things going on in the game. So I'm going to talk about the breeding event, my thoughts on it, whether or not it's worth spending gems on it, who's worth spending on it. Hopefully you've already seen my previous El Colosal Earth breeding event video. But if you haven't, you can check that out, but I'll kind of go over the same stuff in this video. And I'll go ahead and do some breedings. But first and foremost, you should know that there is a team race coming up. As soon as the Knights of Justice maze disappears, we're going to have a team race, right? So pretty much as soon as the Knights of Justice disappear and the Earth Colosal breeding event is over, we're going to have a team race. And if you haven't seen my video on the team race monster, it is a pretty good team race monster. So if you had to spend gems, I would say it's probably more valuable to spend gems for the team race if you're in a team that races, okay? Because let's be honest, a lot of the legendary monsters, they are going to be outclassed by mythic monsters. So if you had to make the decision between making a legendary monster or a mythic monster, I would rather you guys go for the mythic monster, especially if your whole team is on board. That being said, that doesn't mean you can miss out on the Earth breeding event. You can definitely breed. So first and foremost, we can talk about the Guardian of Breeding. So the Guardian of Breeding is something that is super useful during breeding events, because when you breed a legendary monster, instead of having to wait like a day and 21 hours, you only wait 9 hours and 11 minutes. So if you want to gem through that, it becomes a lot easier. Also, not to mention, if you have the Golden Legends Pass right now, there should be a discount on the hatching. So you can quickly gem some of the hatches, especially if you're not planning on buying the next Legends Pass, the May one. And SocialPoint did confirm, I believe, that the May Legends Pass will be available right away. As soon as this one's over, you can start buying the other one. So you'll still have a reduction in your breeding time, or sorry, in your hatching time. But if I'm not mistaken, let me look at the rewards. Yeah, so some of the hatching rewards are definitely towards the end, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Hatching. Or maybe at the start. Where is it? So there's extracting time boost. But if you guys know what I mean with the Golden Legends Pass right here, you need 360 points for this hatching time boost. So I would recommend, if you're gonna do some breeding for the Colosal breeding event, you do it now before your Legends Pass ends, assuming you're not gonna buy the new one. If you're gonna buy the new one, well then you'll still have a discount, but it does take a time before you get the hatching time boost. Like you get one at 40, you get the other one at 360, and I'm not sure if there's some more along the way. Looking really quickly, I don't think so. But yeah, if you're gonna do some breeding, you do it now. But yeah, be smart about how you use Camilla, the Guardian of Breeding. So what I did, I actually activated mine earlier, like 12 hours earlier. And so it's still going to be active for a day and 12 hours, which means at the beginning of the race, I am going to be able to utilize my Guardian, and then it's going to reset for like 2 days, and then I'm going to be able to use it again towards the second half of the race. So I'm still good, and if I have to gem this, I've been saving a lot of gems, so I can gem this. In terms of what monster I'm going to go for, I only really care about a few monsters, and again, I mentioned them in the video, but here, let me pop this up. This is not my creation, so shout out to whoever created this. It's an amazing guide. This basically has all of the combos needed to get whatever monster you want, and it is updated. So I'm going to provide a link in the description in order to be able to access this whenever you want. So basically, this tells you what monsters you combine to breed whoever you want, and they have suggestions on whether or not certain monsters are worth going for. You'll notice most of them are no, because let's be honest, most Earth monsters are not worth going for. The few that are worth going for are the special monsters, like the Nemesis, the VIP, and the quest monsters, and really it's for collection purposes. There are two monsters. Well, we'll start with the top. So UGLUCK. UGLUCK is like the Earth Hookwa. He definitely is worth going for. He's immune to control, and he has a strong 0 cooldown spammable skill, 0 stamina cost as well. So UGLUCK, being the Earth Hookwa, he is a valuable strong monster. He is recommended for usability. Now here's the one thing I will say. Because we are in a mythic era, I would honestly argue you could probably do without UGLUCK. Same for Hyperion. Hyperion is a strong Megaton Earth monster, right? And yes, it's a good monster, but because of the mythic era, you look at Megaton monsters, they get obliterated without even batting an eye. You do an AoE skill, Megaton monsters are obliterated. Now the cool thing about Hyperion is it does have a damage mirror, but still, the fact that they're getting obliterated, I don't know if usability-wise, it's even worth it going for UGLUCK or Hyperion. Then we have Corella Brutalis, a fan favorite of many. Brutalis is the top monster that can apply Megataunt. Once again, amazing monster, but in the mythic era, is it really worth it? It's hard to say. But then we get the Nemesis monsters. Now the Nemesis monsters I will recommend, and personally I recommend Sunbringer or Mountain Splitter. with my personal bias being the Mountain Splitter. This is the Earth version with dark attacks. And all you need is the Warrior and a Tomb's Bodyguard. I hope I have a Tomb's Bodyguard. I know I definitely have the Warrior. He's been given out in so many events. But the reason I recommend Nemesis monsters is because, and hopefully SocialPoint continues to do Nemesis survival dungeons forever. The Nemesis survival dungeon is one of the best ways to get resources. If you do the Nemesis survival dungeon, you get a ton of gems, you get orbs, which means you can get your War Master Ragnarök ranked up, or your War Master Ramtar or Sherzar, or whoever you're going for. So you get a ton of gems, you get orbs, and you get a diamond relic if you're able to complete it. So I would definitely say go for a Mountain Splitter, go for a Sunbringer, and if you have like a Sammy the Plague Carrier, those two monsters can carry you, just turn transferring and doing an AoE skill, turn transferring doing an AoE skill. So I would say he's worth investing in just because you get to take advantage of the Nemesis survival dungeon. Skull Crusher is the basic one. I don't recommend him. If you want him for collection purposes, go for it. Then we have HYDRATILA the Rift Maker, another monster. I don't know how useful this monster will be in the Nemesis survival dungeon. I mean, any Nemesis monster is better than no Nemesis monster, but he's not really that great. If you had to pick, definitely Sunbringer or Mountain Splitter. Those are the two I recommend the most. And it's funny because to make the Rift Maker, you need a Mountain Splitter yourself and an epic monster. So I don't know if you have this epic monster. Personally, I got rid of a ton of my epic monsters, so there's a lot of combinations I can't do, but I am glad that I can actually do the Sunbringer. So he's the one I'm going to be going for in this video. Hiram the Tenacious, his combo isn't out yet, but he's a VIP monster. There was a time when VIP monsters were only purchasable with money, so it could be worth picking him up. And then in my Colosal video, I mentioned there was no Earth Quest monsters. It's funny because there's actually two of them, Nakia and Zombik, which is funny because I guess they just didn't make an impression on me that I forgot they existed. And Nakia is actually pretty good. He has anticipation, he has stamina draining skill, he's actually pretty good. This monster I'd have to, I know I made a video on him, so I'd have to check it out. But yeah guys, there's going to be a link in the description to this, and then you guys can check it all out. If you need some epic monsters, there's a tab up here for epics where you can see how to get some of those monsters. So this is super valuable. This guide will be updated. So watch, for example, if I refresh, it might already be updated. It's not updating, so maybe, I think my internet connection is just kind of slow right now. But yeah, this is the Earth Colosal breeding guide. And with that being said, like I mentioned, I'm going to try going for WARTHAK the Sunbringer. So what you do, you click on breed, and if you click on the question mark icon, you'll notice there's a lot of Earth monsters now. So I really want the Sunbringer, and that was a Baratkor and a Minotaurus. So Baratkor's right here. Let me look for my Minotaurus. Where are you? He's probably level 100. That's the warrior. Scrolling down there, he is. So these two monsters should produce a Sunbringer. Let's click start breeding. And I got 9 days, 11. So that is perfect. So, fortunately I can get rid of this. And watch, just to prove you, when you get 9 days, 11 hours, and you have your Guardian on, normally I would wait the 11 minutes to save a gem, but for the purpose of this video, bam! And just like that, I have a WARTHAK the Sunbringer. Just like that, right? Guaranteed. If you have the right combination, you pretty much got it. Actually, you could have a failure. Here, let me try again. Okay, so I got 24 minutes. So it is possible to have a failure. I think they're still doing Treezards. So if you try a breed and you get a Treezard, that's a failure, but at least it's a Treezard. It's not going to be that expensive to gem or anything. Actually, 24 minutes. That doesn't sound like a Treezard. No, because I think they boosted it to 2 hours. So that's fine. I'll wait the 23 minutes. I'll hatch my Unspeakable, and then I'll try again. And yeah, that's essentially it for this video, right? I personally recommend Sunbringer, Mountain Splitter. UGLUCK, Hyperia, and Corella Brutalis, they are powerful monsters, but in the world of Mythic Era, I don't think they're actually worth it. Now, if you don't actually have, and this is on the previous Colosal breeding video, if you don't have certain combinations to make the top tier Earth monsters, that's fine. Go for whoever you can make. Honestly, this is a good time to take advantage of a breeding event. I would say Montezuma is a good one for newer players. Montezuma is a good one for new players. Baba Yaga is a good one for new players. Baratkor's is a good one for newer players. Oh, I do have an Entombed Bodyguard. Yes, I should try making more Mountain Splitters. Really quickly, let me see. It's honestly those two. Yeah, so aside from like the meta ones, aside from like, oh, Nabuline is a good one. Was Nabuline recommended? Nabuline is definitely a good one. I would recommend. This monster is immune to control and has cooldown activation. Fantastic monster. Let me see. Yeah, really, it's Montezuma. Honestly, work with whatever you can do, whatever you can breed. If it adds to your collection, that's definitely a good thing. Also, if there's a monster you really want because of the design or you just love the monster, I would say 100% go for it. If a monster makes you happy, why wouldn't you breed that monster? Definitely go for it. And we also have this Legendary Overlords Hatching Edition. So for every Legendary monster you hatch, expand your Earth, 10 Overlords, you obtain points for hatching breedable Legendary monsters. Each time you reach a milestone, So anytime you breed a monster and hatch, wait, yeah, you're hatching. Okay, anytime you hatch a breedable legendary monster, especially during this event, you'll get 1 point, and every point you'll get more cells for Zombic. So, depending on how active you are in this event, you might be able to get enough cells to rank them up, or enough cells to craft them. So even if you don't find the combination for this monster, and you have them, this could be a great way to get them. Also, one of the advantages of getting quest monsters is that every once in a while, SocialPoint will do a quest survival dungeon, and in that quest survival dungeon, it is a great way to get a bunch of bronze relics. So that's why sometimes in my accounts I have a ton of bronze relic chests because of those quest days. So you know what, those could be worth getting, if anything, just to complete that. But I think with that being said, that is going to be it for this video. Let me actually try doing a mountain splitter, and I might, if the HYDRATILA the Riftmaker, actually let me see if I have Sir Francis Rock. Sir Francis Rock, do I have him? Because for collection purposes I would like him, but you know what, I don't mind if I don't get him. Scrolling down, Sir Francis Rock. I feel like I sold him and I don't want to waste time hatching him. Gregoyle, yeah, I don't have him, so I am just gonna try. So it looks like I'm not gonna be getting HYDRATILA, but I guess I can go for a mountain splitter, which is Atum's Bodyguard and the Warrior. So the Warrior I know I have, and Atum's Bodyguard I know I have. Here's the Warrior, and then Atum's Bodyguard. Where are you? Warthog, look, there's my Warthog, the Skull Crusher, level 100. I actually have high level runes on him. And Atum's Bodyguard. Alright, come on, 9 days, 11 hours, and 24 minutes, so it is another failure, but I know it's the right combination. So with that being said, guys, that is pretty much it in terms of the El Colosal Burn event, the Earth one. It's ultimately up to you. Are you going to spend gems on this event? Are you going to spend gems on the team race? You can do 50-50, you can do both. It really depends on your capacity, right? I have these monsters that are going to be done hatching soon, and this monster will be done hatching tomorrow, and this monster is pretty much done, so I'm definitely going to leave some slots open because I need to be able to help my team with hatching a monster, with breeding rare monsters, with breeding earth rare monsters. So I'm going to not participate so much in the Earth El Colosal, since especially the legendary monster I don't need, but this mythic monster moving forward in a competitive gameplay, I definitely need. So let me know your guys' thoughts. Who are you going to be going for? Any and all thoughts about the Colosal Burn event, let me know. And as usual, remember to subscribe. Thank you very much. I will see you all next time.